Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
So welcome to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando, and I'm with Andrea Hagan. Andrea, welcome to the Texas Ticket.
Thank you for having me.
Glad you're here this week. And she's going to help me out with the show today. We've got quite a bit going on, and a lot of stuff happening in the community, and a lot of stuff happening tonight. I mean, there's so much going on tonight. It's crazy. Right here in Conroe. I'll tell you all about it at the Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show, where you can punch it right here at downtown Conroe or right there in Montgomery, just anywhere in these areas. There's going to be a lot of stuff we want to share with you all around town. And today on the show, we have this School of Live Music's with us. And they're going to share some of the stuff. It's a brand new music shop. She's going to tell us all about that. But that's right down there on 105 going towards Walden, like on the way to Montgomery.
Okay.
It's going to be on the right-hand side.
Where that's at.
River Road. Also, we have other stuff going on. The Cajun Catfish Festival is on the top of my list right now, and they're all weekend. They'll be doing Friday, Saturday, Sunday here in downtown Conroe on the square. And they got Randall King. I hate to let that out of the box right away, but he's 10:30 to like midnight. On the main stage Friday tonight.
He's the closer.
Tonight, and it's just going to be a great show. After that, I have JoJo Elizabeth, and she does the corner Cravings, Bushels and Blooms, helps out with events at the Yum Food Truck Park on 1097, all around the lake. So 105 is Bushels and Blooms right there next to Country Catfish, and then corner Cravings 2054, I believe, and the Yum Food Truck Park's 1097. That constitutes all around the lake.
All the way around.
Mm-hmm. and so where are you at? You're over at One Property Group, right?
Yes, One Property Group. I'm the Red Soul Realtor. We're in downtown Montgomery.
What'd you call yourself?
The Red Soul Realtor. Soul like your shoes, not like your heart.
Oh. Put some
it's about
soul
the
in
shoe.
It. Okay.
Shoes,
okay.
yeah,
what does that mean? What's the meaning behind the Red Soul shoe? Is there one?
Is
it a thing?
It's a thing. It's red shoes. It's not real creative, but it's high heels and high standards is kind of my punchline, and so that's what I'm known as.
Do you sing?
Do I sing? In the car by myself? Yes.
Would you say it was good?
No, I would not. I would not say those words.
You ever done some karaoke? Have you?
Regrettably, yes.
How did you know it wasn't good? Why didn't you like it?
Because I can hear it.
I heard it, and I sounded like Waylon Jennings, but it was not like Waylon Jennings. But I heard it, and it was amazing. And maybe you should like record yourself doing it while you're in the car, and then play it back.
Oh, yeah.
Let's ask a professional.
I'll do that just for you.
Let's ask a professional.
I think that's the right advice.
Yeah, let's bring in the School of Live Music, and we've got Moree Simon, one of the teachers there, the owner there, and she'll tell us all about Moree. Welcome to the show, and we also have Cecilia, the young and talented Cecilia. Yeah.
Hi.
I love what you got going on here. Very nice, very nice. And so tell us about the School of Live Music.
So it's School of Live Music. It's projects, music projects. It's not one-on-one lessons per se. Mm-hmm. You come in and you have piano classes, and there's only as many as 10 people or less. And what you do is you learn from each other while you're doing the basics of piano. But let's say we're all in a group piano right now, and let's say she decides to do Sky Full of Stars. And I hear her doing the Sky Full of Stars on piano. I'm like, wow, you're doing one of my favorite songs. Can I sing that while you do piano? And you're like, okay. So now we're in a partnership. You're going to work on your piano. I'm going to work on my voice. And then we're going to eventually do it on the stage. She hears you, and she's like, well, do you think I could do some drums? And you're like, yeah, sure, you could do some drums. And then maybe he wants to dance, and so he's going to do the dance. So us four are now in a project, and we are going to work on our individual parts while we're also doing our piano basics. So some of this will be away on our own time. But when we get together, we're going to go into the projects room, and we are going to practice as a group. We're going to collaborate. We're going to be creating. We're going to be going back and forth on ideas and plans. It's very much about collaboration and teamwork. That's what I love about this. And then once a month, we have a concert, or once every 3 months, depending on how long we want to work on it and how awesome we want to be. You could do the once every 3 month show.
Where do you do these shows?
That's kind of how it is. In my place, 107 Old River Road.
Would you do it
School
other
of Live
places
Music.
if you had opportunities to do that?
Yes, of course.
Cool. That sounds fun.
Yes, but we've got a corner stage over there with lights and sound and everything, and it's really not. Hey, everybody,
See, it's
see me
brand new,
sing.
right? Brand new build out, brand new facility.
Brand new build out.
Still got that new carpet smell.
Yes, absolutely.
I get it.
So it's not like a everybody see me. It's kind of we're doing our project to give to the listeners. So it's super duper about first building confidence, and then building community, and then building character. So that's what we do. And
like
then
that.
after the 10 weeks, if you want, you can go into the drums or go into the guitar or go into the voice, or we actually have a comedy instructor who is our public speaker, comedy, and storyteller. So that's one
My
of our
comedy's
instructors
terrible.
as well.
And that's why you.
Delivery is even worse. That's why I need to go. Yeah.
But I like to
I'm
call
all
it.
I'm 100% dad jokes.
Oh, yes. So is my
Yeah,
husband.
and only 10% of an audience laughs at these, you see.
Right.
But everybody's like, huh, yeah, that's funny.
Yes. I
Yeah, a
know.
lot of that. Huh, that's
It's a
funny.
safe zone.
How clever is that? Yeah,
But I
that's
guess
funny.
if I could make a claim, it is we do piano with mix-ins. Piano's
Okay.
the main entree, and then the mix-ins are the others. So everybody can get their hands on stuff and see what they're gravitating toward.
So goal for the student is individual for each student, right? So you have a different goal for everybody, or is it
They
just some
sure
common
do.
goal?
They come to me with totally different goals.
Okay.
And you'll be hearing from one of our students on that, but I would love to demonstrate one of the typical transformations that we do
Yeah.
on the piano, because this kind of explains what our school's about. Shall
Sure.
I?
Give us a little
Let's hear it.
the typical transition.
Okay. So one of the first songs you're going to learn in my school, if you are coming to read music and learn to grow from that, is something everyone knows, Mary Had a Little Lamb. And it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! I just finished my first song. But it's so boring. You're like, I didn't like my piano lessons, and that's why I opened the school. Now I'm somebody that loves to be creative, so I'm going to master that, and I just read my first song, but now I'm going to translate it in my own way, and I'm going to turn it into my own song, something like this. And then that is what I would present after learning my basic song and basically synthesizing it in my own musical brain and then making it something that my friends and family might think is pretty cool.
So you know the words to that song?
Yes.
Wow. Let's collaborate. Try again. Let's get Cecilia. Do you want to
You
sing
ready?
to it?
You know it?
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
You can jump in here.
Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, yeah, there you go. And nice jump in there.
Bravo.
Yeah. So, and you open October 2nd, and your website is schooloflivemusic.com.
Correct.
You're at 107 Old River Road, and that's Sweet F there in Montgomery, right? Awesome. And so classes have begun filling and getting those schedules put together.
Yes.
And you said 10 in a class.
10 in a class, and we do age 8 to age 90. So if they're just almost 8 or close to it, we can still talk.
I'm 9 days out. 9 days out, and I'm in. Yeah.
Right. So it's a large age. I've got adult classes. I've got teen classes. I have kid classes. I have a few people asking me for 5 and 6-year-olds. I might start that in January.
Doing what? Maracas and tambourines?
Just getting their hands on it.
Yeah.
They want to get their hands on it. That's why we're starting at 8. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
They want to get
I
their
get
hands on it.
You know, they
One
say
other
you
unusual
gotta start
thing we're
young.
doing over there that I think is pretty cool. I've got one big blank gold wall, and I want to bring in artwork from the community, kids, adults, everybody. They can either put it up there for 3 months just to expose the art to the people that want to look at it, or they can sell it.
There you go.
And I want to make it kind of a community art gallery there. So we're going to be pushing for that shortly and letting everybody know how to do that. So it definitely community is where it's at. Safe place for the kids, good place, music, collaboration, community, get them off their screens.
Well, you're a stunning woman. I haven't seen you anywhere in this community before. Where'd you come from? Where you be at? Who you hang with?
Well, I've been in a school building for about 8 years.
There
so
you go.
just
They're hiding all the
recently
good
got out of
girls in the
there.
schools. They're all
So
school teachers.
Yeah,
I knew it.
So 12 hours a day is like, So I abandoned that, love that. learned a
Okay.
lot
Where
there.
at? You're in Texas?
Yes, just
Okay.
over there on 242.
Okay. And then
Yes.
you went from school at 242 to music.
I was going to retire, and then, I saw the sign. I pulled over. That was on a Tuesday. I met the guy on a Wednesday. On Monday, I was signing for my space, and I can't even believe it. It just was a whirlwind.
So this would be your first actual interview in regards to the new opening.
Absolutely, and thank you very much, I might say.
Boom. Why does that make me feel good? I don't know,
That makes
but
me
it
feel good.
does. See, I sang that. So I did that.
Yep.
You doing that a lot at home?
impressive.
Thanks,
I'm
Andrea.
good, yeah.
Yeah, you do a lot of singing like that at home. Just
Yep.
randomly bust out into a tune. Yeah, like
Time.
outside of the restroom, like maybe like when you're doing dishes or something,
Yeah.
and you start singing
Stirring
something.
the pasta, playing
What-
with the dogs.
What's the songs? What are you singing? What I mean, is it like?
Well, normally I'll just put on some music and sing along.
Oh,
I'll
I
do
see.
that most of
Okay.
the time.
Yeah, I do that all the time. And that's different. No music. What's your go-to? Acapella.
I can't do any of the really a cappella stuff, but I just sing.
Everybody knows an acapella song of some kind.
Well, I do know one song that
What's
I do
that?
like, a cappella.
What is the song?
The
It's
song
called
is
a
called
cappella?
a cappella, yeah.
Oh, well, I don't even know that song.
Yeah.
Give it a little bit. Belt out a little song.
I think I can do a little bit, yeah.
Go ahead. Go.
Um,
Don't look her in the face. It's easier to do. Look away.
Okay.
Everybody look away.
Once upon a time, I met the perfect guy. He had that Colgate smile. He had that suit and tie. Mama always said, get a rich boyfriend. You don't want to be a girl, you can pretend.
Okay, there it is. And so yeah, that was really good.
Thank you.
I don't know the song either. So that's the first song introduction to acapella I had. It's actually in acapella by you. It's called acapella in acapella by you.
Yep.
That's great.
Say that 3 times.
Yeah, but I was already talking to my daughters. They're all excited about the school because the cool neon lights you got out front. Those are really pretty. Who did your sign? Did you draw it up first for them, or how did that work out?
Yeah,
It's really
it
pretty sign.
actually, I went through my daughter's graphic artist, and he came up with it because everything was happening really, really fast. I knew it was basically first primarily piano and singing, and everything else was going to be mix-ins. And we just went back and forth like tons of times over about 1 week.
Yeah.
And that's what he came up with.
It's cool. I
And-
like it. I like the color choices too.
Thank
They're
you.
pink or purple and white. I get it when I drive by.
Salmon and gold.
Salmon and gold.
Yeah, salmon and
It's
gold.
bright when you come by. Maybe it's the outline colors and the neon's what I'm referring to. I haven't seen your brand, you know, other than the neon driving by. But we're glad to have you on.
Thank you.
So tell me, what are the goals? What's going on forward? Coming on with the show? Any open houses or anything like that?
Yes,
scheduled?
open house
Something
November
coming up?
9th, Thursday.
Okay, I'm glad
It'll be
I
a
asked.
10 to 4 come and go, but I'm going to have an evening performance from the coaches that we have and students, and that's going to be at 6:30.
Okay.
On
And
November
then,
9th.
have you? Are you a member of the chamber yet, or working on that, or going to do that, or?
Yes, they
yeah.
will be there as well.
Oh, they're going to do ribbon cutting that day.
Yes.
Okay, great. So your ribbon cutting schedule with the Golakeconroe Chamber at November 9th?
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
And that's a lot of assumptions there because we have like 3 chambers or something like that.
Right.
Is there like the Conroe Noons Lion? That's not Lions. Those guys are great.
Montgomery.
Montgomery Chamber, Lake Conroe Chamber, Then there's the Conroe Chamber, right?
Oh, so now I don't know which one it is. I know it's the Chamber of Commerce somewhere close.
Anyway, it's good you work with others. They can all be helpful. Really, they all can, and they all have their area of expertise. And the more intimacy to that matter, it's like having a one-on-one teacher.
Oh, nice.
So it's a nice add to have that complexity to the matter. But I think it only helps, right? Great, worky. Help me.
Yeah,
I mean, it all plays into the same hand. Anyway.
I have a parent question.
Yeah, please.
So I know you're doing mix-ins, which makes it so exciting. I took boring piano lessons growing up, and it was brutal. It was really brutal, and we did the chopsticks. So when you have new students coming and they're being exposed to music for the first time, are you swaying them to like, let's start at the piano, or is it like anything goes, whatever you gravitate to, like? What's the process for starting?
It's absolutely starting at the piano first.
Okay.
In fact, the first thing I do is I teach them warm-ups.
Okay.
And I teach them some simple, beautiful warm-ups.
Okay.
Can I do one?
Sure.
Okay, so like first of all, we just do our pentascales and get our hands moving. And she's very used to that. And we pick out all of our patterns just because you have to be able to master your keyboard. And the first thing you have to do is understand your keyboard, which has nothing to do with this, which is what we didn't like about this because we wanted to play on our keyboard. We wanted to play on our piano. We didn't want to study that. We wanted to play on our piano. So one of the first things I do is called the beautiful. Very simple, and it's very beautiful. And when they start doing this sort of thing, they start feeling empowered. And they're like, wow, I can do something beautiful, and it's not difficult, and I can see it. And then that just starts the snowball of hunger is what I call it.
So
because they're like, wow, I can do this.
Yeah, you give them the taste of success first rather than just the study. I just remember having to study the keys. What is it, 88 keys?
Yes,
it's a lot, and that's what we did before we even touched.
And you know what? It's not. It's only 7 keys. Mm-hmm. That's really how big it is.
Right.
So she came to me interested only in voice. And Cecilia, tell us what you did. Tell me what your quest was.
Well, I've been wanting to do voice lessons. We couldn't find a place, but then we were driving past and we saw the School of Live Music. So me and my mom, we thought it would be a good idea to try out. And then next thing you know, I'm there. I've tried out. I'm doing it. I'm signed up, and yeah.
Action's the best way to get things done. I mean, it's hard to get anything done if you don't move, So getting out there, making that effort.
Can I tell you something special about Cecilia, though? So she walks in, and she says, well, how do you play the drums if you've never played them before? And I said, have you ever played the drums before? And she said, no. I said, come here. And she got on the drums. I said, do you know that song, We Will Rock You? Yeah. So she got in there, and she did her kick, snap, kick, snap, and she did it perfect. I mean, that's simple, but she's never touched it before. And the next 3 times that I saw her before she actually started her first date, you would think she was working on it, sleeping in her head. She got better and better every time she did it. And that is exactly what my school provides. It's in the facility, and you're going to improve if it's around. And then if you decide, hey, I think I want the drums more than I want piano after my 10 weeks, now you go do that and you specialize. Because she was amazing at that.
Just rough to have in your house. I mean, usually an enemy sends you kids, open up these big boxes. Oh, it's a drum set. Thanks, Uncle Jimmy.
The grandparents.
Thanks, Grandma.
The grandparents gift.
It's like when they're mad at you,
toys.
that's what they give them, the 1 million piece Lincoln Log set.
Yes.
It's called payback.
Yeah, here's a bracelet making kit. It's got 2 billion pieces. And your daughter's like 4. It's like, what is this? So drums are on that list, right? And they were always like, not available. They're not. I mean, so you just don't get the opportunity to go walk into the drum set. Maybe Dad's got a guitar, and that's more commonplace. Occasional piano in the house, more commonplace. But drum set, it's like voodoo. I mean, even if you like drums. I mean, I like music and I love drums, but don't want one in the living room.
Well, there's electronic drums. Now you've got electronic drums where you can just put a headphone on and you can do your thing. So we've got 3 drum sets, 8 microphones, 12 pianos, 6 guitars.
Wow.
And you're just having fun. You're doing your thing, huh?
I'm just watching these kids come in and be so excited that they're not doing the traditional style. Old school. Yeah, like, okay, you're sitting here next to me. It's obvious you didn't practice last week. So now we got to sit here for about 40 more minutes and just, I don't know what we're going to do. But yeah, you're mad at me and I'm mad at you. But let's just,
Yeah,
So what
that's
grade
bringing
level?
up trauma.
What grade level did you teach?
I taught first and second grade as a regular teacher. And then for my music, in the last 8 years over at the school on 242, I was teaching kindergarten through, at one point, sixth grade. But the majority of my students was first through fourth. And then, of course, I did one-on-one lessons for 7 years with adults and children. Never really loved them. And then I did this group piano thing, and the students are the ones that told me what they wanted. I didn't come up with this. The students said, how about we do some drums? How about we do some this? I'm like, you know what? That's a pretty neat idea. Let's get our basics over here, and then we'll head over there. In fact, why don't you stick on the piano, and we'll do this over here. And we just started making it like a living room fun.
Yeah, cool.
And they just came alive.
Good for you.
That's why we've got School of Live Music.
And you have other things you offer there, and you said speaking.
Yes, public speaking,
Public speaking.
comedy, storytelling.
Let's take a brief break and come back with some of that.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. We'll be right back, folks. Right after that,
All
so we'll
right.
come back with some more of that.
Audience of One, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. right here on Conroe's 106.1 and 104.5. Listen to the brain droppings of local hosts, me, Andrew Belshner, along with the jewel of Montgomery County radio, Dick Schisler. Topical musings, news stories, oddities, or just weird conversations that we normally have with ourselves, all mixed together with the occasional guest. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts.
Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. It's Armando and Andrea Hagan back for more of the Texas Ticket, and we've got School of Live Music with us today. School of Live Music, and we thank you for the music and introducing us to Cecilia. That was really cool. That was really cool. And we were asking before the break about some public speaking and the comedy thing you were talking about, and then you introduced us to Mr. Matthew Westmoland.
Westmoland.
Yes, well, welcome, Matt. We appreciate you
Thank
coming
you.
on the show as well and joining us here today. We heard you the public speaker.
Yes, sir. So what I want to do for the school that Moree has set us up so very kindly with was I want to use my experience over 34 years, my real life experience, to try to teach what I do every day to other people that might be interested in learning how to craft a joke, how to tell a story in a coherent way that leaves somebody still listening to you, but also going to leave with the same amount of information that you would have otherwise.
Okay, so you're just naturally funny.
I apparently so. I seem to get laughed at a lot more frequently than I get laughed with, but sometimes as a comedian you got to kind of take what you can get and kind of work with what you got. I started studying it a little more on paper maybe 3 years ago. Like as far as a comedy career goes, I just got started like before I walked in the door. As far as like other comics have been doing it since they were 8, 9, 10, 12 years old. I was 31. So I'm a little late to the game, but the experience I have leading up to that point is a lot that I can draw from, and understanding the basics of how a joke works and how comedy and storytelling are two halves of the exact same coin. Every comedy setup is a story. Every story can be told in a funny way.
Yeah.
So I like to try to tell things in a funny way whenever I can. Try to write down all my experiences and subvert that expectation that you might be wanting me to say, and then come out with a whole different word.
Do you other than teaching, do you do any stand up? Are you doing any stand up?
Not yet. It's on my list of things to do though. So since meeting Moree maybe 5 weeks ago or so,
Okay.
I have been pulled so far out of my comfort zone that being in this room right
Nice.
now
My
was
forte.
so far off the table that I had to lean all the way into it as much as I could, because
Cool.
comedy is about trying new things and seeing what works, and you'll never know if something is going to work unless you have the willingness to try and get up there and probably fail. And I think the failure part is the most important part of anything that you're going to do. If you don't have that willingness to try and fail, you're not going to learn anything about how to grow as a person or whatever your art form is.
Yeah. Where do you? What are your plans? Do you have any yet? At 5 weeks, have you constructed like, hey, my goal at the end of this would be to be a great comedy teacher. My goal at the end of this would be to do stand up at Carnegie Hall or something. I mean, where's the
Carnegie
aspiration?
Hall might be a little bit
Where would be the
up
aspiration?
top for me, but I mean,
I don't even think they do that. They have the Lincoln Suite there.
shoot, if I could get Carnegie Hall, that would be something I could at least write home to my parents about. But as far as I try to stay humble as much as I can. I want to get on the circuit. I want to get in front of people, make people laugh. If the only thing I get out of this is a fun experience to be able to draw from and have taught someone else how to tell a joke properly, that's really all I can ask for as well.
Sure.
Is that
It's enriching.
it's a very enriching and fulfillment-based driven experience. I work food service for 18 years. I'm not fulfilled.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at my head. This is permanent.
This is perfect.
So whatever I can do to that effect to make someone else's life, to enrich their life, even if it just makes me the butt of the joke, then all the more power to me. And if I can teach someone along the way, then it's even better.
Yeah, I was listening to some, I studied comedy a lot, but it's still to no avail. So, I don't know what it requires, but it's certainly not going to be YouTube to convince me of being a good comedian or that I am one.
I mean, Jerry Corley's going to try. If you look up comedy writing on YouTube, he's going to pop up with a lot of different tips and things. And that's the weird thing about comedy that I've noticed over the last 3 years when I've started studying is that you can look at a joke on paper and you can understand the different pieces of a joke. You've got your setup, you've got your delivery, and then you've got your punchline. And all of those things absolutely matter together. But unless you're where I am right now or where you are or where she is or where all the famous funny people are behind a microphone, you're not going to know if that actually works or not. You're not going to pass that test. I can tell you that a bike chain goes on that part of the bike, and then if I test it on what parts of a bike are, I pass the test. Now I can ride a bike. Well, what's going to happen when I actually sit on that seat? What do I do with my legs?
Yeah.
Same thing with comedy, is I can understand a joke setup, basic joke setup, even these right here, very basic. It's just setup and punchline right here. But just seeing the very core components of it and being able to apply those same things to a different situation is a skill that you can use in everyday life that I think is going to take people a lot further than they give it credit for.
So has this whole woke thing changed your mindset or strategy? Like I can't make fun of any gay people. I can't make fun of any transsexuals.
I'm guessing
I can't
you
nothing
mean-
political. Don't be on any side. You kind of some fences, huh?
There are some of those arguments out there. I'm guessing this is more in reference to like cancel culture and things like that, and what you can.
Well, it
and
used to
can't
make
say.
fun of everything, and nobody
First
really
of
cared
all-
3 years ago.
Who gets to decide what's funny? Either everything is okay to joke about or nothing is. And that's why on my podcast, I turn a true crime story into a comedy show. It's an experiment for me every week to see if I can make myself laugh, because it's my second self and I'm my own co-host. I just make him further away. So it's like I'm telling myself the story over the course of a week.
I always bring
And
a
then-
co-host because
That's
of my
cool.
insecurities and stuff.
I did it because I didn't have any friends.
I'm here for support.
Different.
It's like co-host blanket. Yeah, it works out great. Yeah, totally more comfortable.
But there's a piece of being an artist that a lot of people don't give themselves credit for, especially when you're in our age group, is that we've been doing stuff like this and consuming content like this for our entire lives. We can be our own judge of character. You know what sounds good, you know what tastes good, you know what looks good, you know if something makes you laugh, you know when it's funny. So whenever I record an episode at home and I go back and listen to it, I've already forgotten what I just talked about. So when I go back, I don't retain anything. It's a problem with ADHD people. But I go back and I listen to it because I have to make sure it lines up okay. And more often than not, I'm laughing in the places that I want to laugh at. So that's kind of my green light to just, all right, go ahead. And then as soon as I click upload, it just deletes from my brain and I move on to the next thing.
God, I'm so bad at remembering jokes. I need to watch a 2-hour comedy show, go home, and can't remember one joke.
I watched so many on the way up here leading up to this interview today, trying to just get in the zone for comedy. Don't remember what I even searched for.
Not one joke.
Gone. And that happens a lot. That's why you got to write stuff down.
Yeah, Dave
But to
Chappelle
I
was
went
saying
off in a
that.
way opposite direction from what your question was. Cancel culture, woke community.
Yeah.
I think it's important to know that those criticisms exist out in the world, but I don't feel like people are as sensitive as...
So you'd be comfortable saying it. You just go and say that joke?
If it's a joke, tell the joke.
Yeah.
Don't worry about who. You have to be at least mildly aware of who your content's going to end up in front of, which is your audience. You know, it's going to be.
So if you did a nationwide tour, would that you change it for different parts of the country?
It's bold of you to assume that the entire nation wants to see me.
Well, if you did.
However,
if
I did,
would you change it from
if I had a
territory to
risky
territory?
joke- If I had a risky joke that I was worried about saying on stage or in
Parts.
front of
You
a
change
microphone,
pieces.
go ahead and say it. Probably.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, Dave Chappelle says that he said that the gay community hates him, the lesbian community hates him, but the trans community's out to kill him.
Right.
He said it's
He
way
has also
next
gone
level.
on record in
Yeah.
saying that his in response to those things is that those comments don't exist.
Yeah, he's
I-
got his strange way,
And I think that I kind of understand what he's coming from is that you have to be aware that those people are out there, but you can't let it affect too much of what you're doing on the inside.
Yeah.
It can be formative, but it can't be debilitating.
So,
is what I mean.
are you familiar with dry bar comedy?
Dry bar comedy? As in
Clean
going up on
jokes?
stage, clean jokes. Yeah, I like.
They're all
a
clean
good
in
joke.
dry
I think a
bars,
clean joke
typically
is a
all
lot
clean
harder
jokes.
to write than a.
No, they're not
dirty
dad jokes.
joke,
It does have some in there, but typically it's just a full stand up, and it's all dry, and it doesn't talk about any of those things.
Like the family show on a cruise.
Right.
Maybe
one.
maybe, but definitely professional and turned up
Comedian
a
coming
few
to mind
notches.
right now is Nate Barsgate. He's a very clean comedian. I think from Tennessee because he kind of got a little drawl on his voice like that. I don't remember exactly what southern state he's from. but-
There's a bunch of them, and they're really good. And one of them's been on, what's his name? Cindy Cochran's friend, Mr. Schisler. Bob Smiley.
Oh,
yeah.
yes,
yeah.
I know.
He's been on the
Yeah.
show a few times. He does dry bar, and a few of them are here in Texas. A couple from Dallas that do the dry bar across the nation.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, but they're all clean jokes. I think that'd be hard. You know, I mean,
Clean is so much harder to write.
it is. I mean, I could say some nasty stuff, and people just start laughing, and then you're really not even in context. You know, and it's like, oh, that
And
was
I think
that was
a lot
nasty.
of that
ha.
has to do with why comedy works. Is that there's
Yeah.
always that expectation that comes out of left field. You know, there's always the important element of comedy is surprise, and most people, myself included, not here, but we swear in real life. So whenever I consume a piece of content, a podcast or a YouTube channel or something, and then I'm not expecting them to talk like how I talk, that makes me laugh. And then also probably instant subscribe because you're willing to just be yourself in front of whoever your audience might be, and that's a respectable thing.
Authentically you.
Authentic is a good word for it. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
So how do you incorporate public speaking and comedy into the routine there at School of Live Music?
Well, they have a chance to get up on stage and present their project. So, of course, they're going to speak their name. They're going to say what they're going to do. They could say a joke. They could tell a joke. They could be funny at that point. It can be in a transition, or it can be something that they actually want to make as their content. So it would be something that they give to the listeners.
Nice.
It's always about what you're giving to the listeners.
So my daughters are constantly asking to be on the stage, and I'm like, what stage? What would you do when you got there? You know, I mean, what are you talking about? And then they'll dance across the living room. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay.
The world's a
Wow,
stage,
I
if you
got
let it
some
be.
work for this. I don't know what's going on right now. And then it just gets brought up a lot, and so the question of what stage keeps in there, like they bring up the talent show at school, at the elementary school.
Right.
Junior high is a little braver, and honestly, I'd skip that one. I mean, dang,
brutal.
junior high kids are tough.
Have you met middle schoolers?
Yeah, you don't go. I want to go. I'm
mercy.
like, they're going to be so mean to my daughter if she does this routine. I'm like, you ain't pop locking and dropping anything in any talent show ever.
No.
Right.
You know, and I mean, she's in there listening to the craziest music. It's just good to dance to. No, it's not. You can't go booty nobody down
It's
at the junior
120
high.
beats per minute. That's such a basic beat.
And that's why you take it from see me, see me, see me.
Right.
'Cause
to
they do.
what am I giving? So you get up there and you say, I'm playing this song because it was my grandmother's favorite song, and Grandma, I love you. You know, you're giving a song. You're 10 years
Yeah.
old, you don't have a job yet, you don't drive, but yet you can give a project to someone you care about.
I like a tasteful perspective, because I mean, I can't go in their room and tell them, no, you can't dance to apple bottom jeans at the junior high school,
Right.
elementary school talent show. You know, it's just coming from someone else would probably be a lot better. You know,
Well, it sounds like they just want to perform, but they don't know what.
yeah. I know.
Or they're just seeing TikTok and they're thinking that when
I can do
you
that.
could really give them a performance,
Right.
show them how to give a performance.
Because a stage
rather
is
than
a
TikTok
stage means
Boys or
dances.
girls?
I'm boy mom.
Boy, mom.
We
Okay.
don't. They don't want to perform.
They don't dance around the living room asking to perform in
we
tutus.
dance parties, but no, they're not.
Not in front
don't
of
wanna be
anybody.
on
They
stage.
We
don't.
dance party.
But you'd be surprised. You're saying that they don't, but I see those kinds of students in my class, and what they end up doing, and this is where the group's really good too, they start watching everybody else do it, and then they're like, maybe I will do it. And they might even get up and change their mind, but at some point, they will do it.
That's fantastic.
And it always happens.
Yeah, through
I've
exposure.
never not seen it happen, and it's the most beautiful thing.
And you have a safe environment. You cultivate this safe environment, and that's
Absolutely.
when kids feel comfortable trying new things and doing things they would have been super nervous about or never had the opportunity. In public school, it's hard. You can't put every student behind a piano.
Right.
Try this, and experience like that. You've got 30 minutes. There's 40 kids minimum.
Right.
It's
So,
that like-minded
yeah.
circle, I think, that really helps to, even if you're not entirely in it, but to make you comfortable to get in it. If you had that bone in your body, you know what I mean? I would definitely be more apt to stepping up there than at the gym in front of a mixed audience that may or may not be musically inclined in any way whatsoever.
Right.
Like play the solo by yourself. This is day 2.
Wait, what? I thought we were gonna play dodgeball. You know what? No,
You're in charge.
that
Good
kind
luck.
of thing. So having that fellowship, I think, brings on a good for them to maybe step up and feel comfortable because no
Yes.
one's here is gonna make fun of them.
You just said it. It's kind of more like a family. I mean, we're very honest with each other. Did you guys understand what he said? He needs to say that again. Yeah, we couldn't understand it all. Okay, say it again. So we're like that. We're just very just responsive, and we all talk together, and we're like, come on, yeah, you did it. Oh, man, it's so good. And we're just very encouraging, and it's really neat to watch these
So when it's
all
like-
age students blossom, adults as well.
What if they had specifics? Like they really, like for me, one of the things I'd like my daughter to fulfill that goal of getting on the talent show, but I don't want her to go get embarrassed and live with the effort,
Right.
So do you work on like just, those kind of things? How the classes work? Are they weekly, monthly? How often?
They are weekly for 1 hour.
Okay.
Mostly they're 1 hour.
And you get into that
Yeah.
microphone. They won't be able to hear you. But
Oh, yeah, weekly for 1 hour. Mostly they're
Yes,
1
ma'am. I'm
hour. And basically, you just come in, you warm up your fingers, you start working on your project. I'll come over to you and say, hey, what's your latest project? And you'll say, I'm doing this particular song. What part are you on? They'll show me that we might be, our pianos might be hooked up together. So we're actually hearing each other play piano. We could all 4 have our pianos hooked up together. And then you just take it right where they are. There's no recipe, and not the whole room is ever the same. Everybody's different. So these 2 might be at a certain place. This one might be at a certain place, and then you just work through the hour and you make progress.
and how can they call you to book their student or talk to you about getting involved?
Sure, they can reach me. They can text me at 936-689-6209. Just text school info. Or you can go to my website, schooloflivemusic.com, and there's a registration form on there. You can come by and visit. That's my favorite thing to do, is for you to come by and visit and just get your hands on everything, see the facility, because the facility is
It's really nice.
inspiring as well.
So it preceded you. And I saw it online. I saw the stuff, saw the shop. It was really cool. It was.
Thank you.
It was. So when they go down there, is there specific dates for classes, or just walk on enrollment, just join in where you
Lots
fit in,
of
kind
different
thing?
times. Homeschool groups are 9:30 and 11 usually, Monday through Thursday, and then I have afternoon groups held at either 4 or 5.
Okay.
We're still formulating the groups. So, for example, I had some teens want to join, and they said, we don't get home until later. So I said, hey, let's start a 5 o'clock class. So we can do that because we're just still forming all the classes. Everything's still happening. There's an October special going on right now.
Okay.
$35 a session it breaks down over a 10-week period instead of $60 a session. So it's
Oh, wow.
almost half price.
That's fantastic.
So it really is pretty amazing, and that's for October. So we're just excited to get the classes filled up and watch
Yeah.
the magic begin.
Well, we look forward to seeing your progress and yours too. I can't tell you how many venues love youth music, love to support youth music, youth comedy period.
Yes.
And public speaking. There are so many folks that are put in these positions here, and with social media in that age. Even though I'm not in an actual public setting, I am
Right.
requested from an employer to be in that on the mic on my phone. Oh, hi, this is Judy with Lifetime Mortgage. Best and lowest rates in town. Call me now. There's all these demands that the business world has that would require some form of public speaking and that maybe even a studio environment and things like that. And I think that's a nice touch and a great add to a full complement and of entertainment more so than necessarily live music.
Yeah, meeting a lot of needs.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. It's trying to be comprehensive, very full, not just singly specific.
Well, Ms. Simon, thank you for coming, and Matt, thank you, and I
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
you bringing Cecilia in to visit with us. And we can follow up again at schooloflivemusic.com, and you can reach them at 936-689-6209. We'll put some links down below, and we will follow up with you shortly to see how things go. Thank you. We'll be right back, folks. Lone Star Radio. Every Friday, tune into Texas Ticket on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 FM with Armando Nino of Golakeconroe, focusing on Montgomery County area events and places. Get a feel of the Texas spirit at the event, paired with guest and vendor interviews, event coverage, and ticket giveaways, and so much more. Join us Fridays and punch your Texas ticket. For more information on the show, visit irlonestar.com/Texas Ticket. Welcome back to the Texas Ticket. This is Armando. I got Andrea and JoJo here with me now. Welcome, JoJo.
Thank you.
For
Happy to be here.
Punch Your Texas Ticket segment of the show. And this is the part, in case you don't know, where we just talk about local events and happenings and things going on in the area. And this weekend, next weekend, and to come, the holidays just got so many. I hate to get lost in there, and it's easy to do that. Get out a piece of paper, get out a pencil if you're planning on, what's fun, what's going about. And I think we got some good perspectives. I think everybody's got a different idea of a good time here.
Yeah.
And I think we have some that are the same. Certainly. I mean, everybody's going to the Breast Fest.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called. I mean, we were just talking about that.
It is about breasts, and it's a festival, so. It's a breast fest.
Love that. Sign me up.
Right? Where's the VIP? Get in there on the Breast Fest. And this is all for breast cancer awareness, and which is celebrated throughout the month of October.
Yes.
And so the Shout House, right?
Yes, it's at the Shout House. So it's called the October Breast Riding Festival. It's Saturday, October 14th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And what's happened, I know my brokerage and a few other have decorated bras that they'll be auctioning off, and all the proceeds will be donated to breast cancer research. So it's a really cool event. There's going to be all kinds of booths and booze, and it's going to be a good time.
What were the last things they're going to be there?
Booze.
Boots and booze.
Beverages.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's another B word.
Yes. Lots of B. No, let's not say that. Lots of B words. So that's happening.
OctoberBreastRide.com. You can check that out there for more details on that. There's going to be a bra fashion show, live and silent auctions, bra pong, live music, barbecue plates, much more going on there. And they always end with much more. I'm like, how much more? What are we talking about?
Not a lot more, maybe a
Yeah.
lot more.
I think we just go with
Men in bras. I mean, there's that.
Men in bras. There will be men in bras
Yeah.
at this thing.
The fashion show. There's gonna be. They're gonna dress up. One of my networking members is one of the people on the board doing this. So they have a fashion show.
Kelly?
Of the bras. Jen Bell.
Jen Bell. Okay.
Yeah. And then I also have another one who sponsored it, Lone Star Appliance. So they'll be there too.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I have a friend from Barsh Auto here in Conroe,
Awesome.
barshauto.com.
Love bars, yeah.
Yeah, shameless plug. But earned, Ben Blankenship's going to wear a bra at this event. Didn't say it. I mean, it just kind of that just kind of fell out,
Surprise.
So did he say that? And I fell out. He was holding a lot of stuff at the time. Yeah, he's going to wear a bra. And and there's a lot of survivors out there, and one of the things you got to know about that, just take away from all the fun, and I hope everybody does have fun, and I don't want to take away from it physically, but these people are in a serious situation, and before COVID, they were a real active society of ladies, but with COVID, it made it a deadly attempt to go and have that that grouping. You know, you
Right.
can't get around all these people.
Right.
You know, and it wasn't healthy to do that. So with COVID gone, it to some effect, it makes them a little braver, and so real courageous, it's a brave thing to come out and offer that support, that insight, that survivor mentality, that just you are a survivor. It is possible. And, you know, no one survives forever. We're all going eventually. You know what I mean? So eventually, survivors, even if you don't have cancer, your number's going to get called eventually. So, I mean, the survivors don't live forever no matter what. People
news.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always good to celebrate every day of living. And I think this one is just so much. We're so much more aware of a need to celebrate it this
Yes.
day. This
Yeah.
next day, tomorrow, and right now, and I think that's a valuable add to that, and I really feel like that's something that I take from it when I think about it, and it makes me carry on even more so when I get there. Like, man, boy, he sure is hammering those drinks back over there. He's living like there's no tomorrow. You know, he's just going to enjoy that, you know, to the fullest attempt. And I mean it. I really want to go and have my best fun with these folks as I can, you know, and make the most of it. I don't get out enough to really for it to burn it up. It ain't a bad habit if you get out once a year, you know. I mean, you better go and have a good time if that's all you get. So not that that's the case, but this is a great opportunity for some folks that don't get out often enough and don't socialize and have been, you know, keeping from doing it, intentionally avoiding crowds. That finally get out to have some fun, to tear it up. So if you see someone getting hammered, leave them alone. Let them have a good time.
It's
Give
for
them
a
a
good
high five.
cause.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on. That is Shout House. That is October 14th, right? That's Saturday,
Correct,
tomorrow.
Saturday.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tomorrow.
and that is 9 p.m.
What?
No.
11
11 a.m.
to
It's
5 p.m.
Okay, 11 to
Yeah.
5.
A day event.
Yes.
Okay.
So you can come have some barbecue for lunch, watch the show.
You know, I didn't think about it, but while Matt was here from School of Live Music, there is Nick Morrison and Friends Comedy Night over live at the table at Medley tomorrow.
Oh, fun.
Saturday the 14th, October
time?
14th. I don't know. You gotta go to Tim Medley to find out, but
nighttime,
I guess I think it's dusk. I think it's like 5, 6 or something like that. So
Okay.
I would just check Table of Medley. They're real social active. You can find them online. Probably glad I sent you there to see. You can see all the stuff coming up over there. But there is a comedy show Saturday. But this weekend it's nuts. I don't know what to do tonight. You know, and I'll tell you, I love the War Hippies. So that do you know who the War Hippies are?
I do not. I'm not familiar.
Either.
No, Scooter Brown band. The Scooter Brown band. That's Donnie Race and Scooter Brown, and huge fan. Really good, really great live show. Super great. And I think his guitarist is that guy Viper from School of Rock.
Okay.
Remember Viper?
Sure.
You know, the one that did this the whole time, like Axl Rose. Yeah, so he's gonna be not Viper, but Scooter Brown and Donnie are gonna be over at Do-Si Do tonight at 8:30.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Right, if you haven't been to Do-Si Do, it's a real
That's a
intimate
good venue.
environment. You know, you get
Yeah.
to talk and meet the artist and hang out and visit and hanging out with Scooter Brown. Really? I mean, it's going to be great. So I'm just saying that's happening tonight. There's also, I heard about at the Cynthia Mitchell Woods Pavilion, they are auctioning off. There's an auction for some tickets to go see Chris Stapleton, who's coming up. And
fun.
Charlie Crockett. We interviewed Charlie Crockett, and he's opening for Chris Stapleton.
Cool.
Yeah, and Charlie Crockett's coming up in the world. You know, he started as a vagabond. You know,
Sure.
and I'm like, what's the difference between a vagabond and homeless? And he's like, well, vagabond don't stay in one place. Homeless says I'm homeless here, you know, pretty much. And so he started telling us a little bit about his life, moving on trains. He started on Bourbon Street, and I'm watching all his videos. And the time I interviewed him, it was like 500 views, 1,000 views, 1,500 views. Today, the same artist, he's 1.8 million views, 2.5 million views, and opening for Chris
amazing.
Stapleton. I met him
Wow.
at the Heritage Park right here in Conroe at a free
cool.
concert.
Yeah.
At a free concert right here. We hung out for a while, just chatted, and people were just kind of walking around. He was the warm-up guy, you know. And
Sure.
Cool.
yeah, I'm
You're
just
a
a clown.
true
that's
fan
what
now.
it is.
You've seen
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
through his process.
And his music
Yeah.
got even better. I was kind of playing it back. I'm like, wow, that was really good, you know. And then watching some of my old videos, somebody needs to watch it. But anyway, I listened to some of his new music. I was like, this guy's phenomenal. This guy's phenomenal. He's really good. So that show's coming. Charlie Crockett and Chris Stapleton, Charlie Crockett, whatever. To Cynthia Mitchell, they're auctioning off some tickets with Charlie Diggs Promotions. You can go to his site and find how to get those tickets. I think Western Sector Logic donated that. Andrea, you have something else for us.
Yes, I have one property group is having their 8th Biz and Booze event, and that's going to be.
I was going to say that.
That's going to be at the Treehouse Cafe. That's in Magnolia, and it is going to be start at 5 p.m. And Biz and Booze, it's a networking for entrepreneurs, small business owners, and they mix, they mingle, and you just grow and make new relationships.
That's cool.
It's very effective. It's fun. It's good company.
I got all those. Well, I missed the Hyatt, which I was told it was a bad move.
Yeah, the Hyatt was super nice. I didn't even know the hotel was there, but it's great. I'm glad I went. It was beautiful. It's even a great place to have like a wedding. What's the meal you have before the wedding?
Rehearsal dinner.
Like it was, a quinceañera. Yeah, like I could see having an event.
There's a
right
client
there.
show coming up there. I'm not supposed to plug
because the
it.
service was awesome. It was top notch. They make all
yeah.
these cute
They're pro.
tiny foods. When it's tiny and it tastes good, it's the place to be.
And you've got some cool stuff coming up. You've got like a whole bunch of stuff. Why don't you rattle off a few of those? Because I just don't want you to do the whole anchor. You got stuff.
Okay, where do we? So also tomorrow, after you go to the breast ride, you can come over to Bushels and Blooms and go shopping and get your pumpkin patch pictures. So haul your kiddos, haul your spouse, get in your cute little fall outfits.
Cute.
Go get some pictures of pumpkin patch.
Right
That's
next door to Vernon's Country
tomorrow.
Catfish.
Yes, right next door to there.
105 West.
Yes,
On
and
the
we'll
left-hand
have like
side.
a bounce house and a face painter, and it's a really good kid-friendly, let them run around kind of event.
And that place is so cool. They got all the fresh fruits, stuff.
Yes.
We did. We went in there. Got.
August, was it?
I don't know. But I ended up with those broccoli bombs, like alfalfa sprouts and stuff. They make great turkey sandwiches, but all kinds of stuff that you just don't get at Walmart. You can't go get it, and we don't have a Whole Foods in Conroe. So if you're into that sort of thing, that's a great place to pop in, grab all that stuff, and then you can have the kids jump in the house instead of leave them in the car.
This is not good advice.
Yeah.
Well, you can still throw them in the bounce house. They'll be fine. They'll be glad you did. I mean, they're like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Instead of, are you done yet? I remember we used to sit in the car and try to get my mom's attention with our minds. That's what the three of us were in the back seat. And as we sat there kind of focusing, she's going to look out the window. There she is. I see her. Why is she walking so slow?
Yeah.
Then we'd look over, and there was another family of kids over in the other car down the way. There's kids on my side. We're like, trying to get their attention.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's the late 70s.
Yeah. Now you just get a text message, Mom, hurry.
Yeah, no phones back then.
Mom, I'm hungry.
We were all in the car.
Yeah.
Don't get out of the car.
Yes.
Okay, what do I got in the bathroom? Hold it. Okay, all right, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
You didn't die.
No, that's how it went.
Happened.
Years of that. The entire childhood. So Bushels and Bloops. One more time on the date.
That is also tomorrow, October
Saturday,
14th. Yes.
Wow, such a busy day.
And then there's another one,
Okay.
same vibe, October 28th. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We've got
Bushels
the
and
pumpkin
Blooms?
patch. Yes, Bushels and Blooms, vendors, face painter, all the fun things.
Awesome.
Yes.
So October 20th, the Houston Symphony is putting on a Hocus Pocus show.
Cute.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus Pops. Cynthia Mitchell was Hocus Pocus Pops might be an even bigger event than Halloween itself. There's all the trick-or-treat customs, ghastly entertainment. That's 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. You can find that. That's the Cynthia Mitchell Woodlands Pavilion, and that's by the Houston Symphony. So you can catch that over there. Biz and Booze, you caught that. Suzanne Band. Now, Suzanne's been on the show. She's outstanding. She's a lot of fun. She's going to be at the Hyatt Centric. Now, this isn't the one you went to. This is the one in the Woodlands, a little further up at 9595 Six Pines, 1100 Woodlands, Texas. She's going to be performing there. She does stuff like the Beatles to Harry Styles, stuff like that.
Okay, gotcha.
And she's fun. She was at Gina's open house over there at that beautiful house in Magnolia. She's listed. She did the music in the living room.
Mariachis?
No, the next day.
Oh, the next day.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
the mariachis were for the
I
realtor
went
open house.
to
The realtor one?
mariachis,
Yeah.
Yes. We hang out together. We don't go to the public open house.
Oh, I see. This is a VIP one. So what else you got, JoJo?
I
got
also
more stuff
have
over there.
Yum Food Truck Park in Willis. We do a little sunset movie night market.
Cute.
We've started to do it on the first Saturday, but now since it's like really pretty weather, we're doing the first and the third Saturday. So we just watched Hocus Pocus last weekend, classic, and then we'll be watching Halloween Town on the 21st. I know, right?
Ooh, I don't think my
Fun.
kids even know what
I know,
that
we
is.
gotta.
I don't know what it
he
is.
missed the
Halloween
boat too.
Oh.
70s kid over here. It's more early 2000s vibes, but it's not a cartoon. It's a real person. It's like this little girl that finds out she's a witch and she has to go to Halloween Town and save the whole town and learn how to use her powers. It's so cute.
Okay. And y'all be showing that there at Yum Food Truck
Yes,
Park? Okay.
yes, at Yum Food Truck Park, and we're gonna have like vendors, food trucks, of course. It's just a good time to cuddle up with a blanket.
And when is this?
Halloween. It's October 21st.
21st.
It starts at 5 p.m., but we don't play the movie till about 7:30ish when the sun goes down.
And I've heard some rumors that this thing's going to have some surprises.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard that there's going to be a lot of coming out from the sideline. There's going to be so much crazy stuff. If there was a day you want to take the kids out and you're on 1097 side of the lake,
It'll be
may-
fun.
Is
You-
this the
you
one
probably
next
wanna
to
stop there.
the
tattoo shop,
Yes,
Doyle Pirtle's
and
place?
the jiu-jitsu place.
Yeah.
Okay.
the Pirtle, what's that place called? What's that tattoo place called?
I don't remember.
Come
Is
on.
it the eye thing?
I don't know. It's a really cool little tattoo shop there. It's probably the prettiest one in town.
Yeah, it's really
I
pretty
mean,
on the
he's
inside.
like, the place is like nice.
got,
It's
like,
like,
guitars,
think I
like,
can just
really-
take a nap here?
I've never been inside. I go. My kids go to jiu-jitsu next door.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh,
I
cool.
we
That's the
don't.
place.
I don't take
Awesome.
them to the tattoo shop.
Yeah.
Not yet.
So let me rattle through a few of these because I don't want to run out of time. But we do have an Oktoberfest. That's October 14th at Southern Star Brewery. They'll be doing all that they do there for their Oktoberfest. October 14th, that's this Saturday from 12 to 10 p.m. I did the Nick Morrison and Friends on Saturday as well. They're going to be at the table at Medley. Let's do a quick country Cajun catfish, Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. Wow.
Say that
faster.
3 times. Yeah.
Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. Conroe Cajun Catfish. Yeah. Anyway, so tonight, here's the killer, right? So I got Scooter Brown over at Do-Si Do. Randall King is going to be at Conroe Cajun Catfish Festival. Yeah. Yeah. But he doesn't get on stage till 10:30. So
So you could hit both.
Okay.
you
Yeah,
could hit
exactly.
you could hit both. And I thought about this, and I think last year that's what happened. I hit both. I
Wow.
did something in the Woodlands. It was actually
On a
it was some
Tuesday?
other kind of event. No, last year for the Catfish Festival.
I'm just saying, on a weekday, you were just okay.
No, Saturday. It was a
was
Saturday
Saturday?
night.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So Friday night. Sorry, it was a Friday night.
Friday.
Okay.
So this Friday, tonight, is going to be the Cajun Catfish Festival's main stage lineup. The very last one is Randall King.
Oh,
Dun,
fun.
dun, dun, dun.
You gonna sing for us?
I was thinking about it.
You warmed up.
Break all the horses.
There you go.
Can't have that spirit here. Yeah, Randall King. Anyway, I shouldn't do that. Also, Will Carter Band at 9 p.m. is Coffee Anderson tonight. And on the Cajun stage, there's the Platinum Players and Bayou Roo. There was another one in here that caught my eye. Kayon and the Zydeco Masters are Cajun stage on Saturday at 2 p.m. It's all day Saturday, all day Sunday. You got stuff going. The Hispanic stage is Sunday 2 to 11 Sunday. And the Texas stage on Sunday is Eyes Like Fire and Ty Larimore are going to be out there. Both are really good. And there was one other that caught my eye. Wayne Toops and the Zyda Cajun. They're from 8 to 9:30 on the Cajun stage Saturday.
Zada Cajun.
Zyda Cajun. Yeah, the Wayne Toops does the what's that thing called? Xylophone? Is it?
No,
Xylo-
I
no.
see it. I see it. Accordion?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it an
Is that it?
accordion?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
He plays the accordion and is damn good I mean, he's outstanding. And I've seen guys come out with the
Yeah.
washboards and
No, if you
and
play
do
the
stuff.
accordion, you have to be amazing.
Yeah,
That's
because
the only
otherwise it's
option.
like
He's our resident K-on that's really good at it, but a lot to
Okay.
be expected here. And I heard the food is going to be on point. I heard we're going to have some Cajun food finally.
love that.
Yeah, I was like, what is the catfish festival with no catfish? I'm like, I
Right.
wanted to bring my catch. You know what I mean? I want to show you the biggest catfish competition,
Sure.
record breakers of the lake for the year, stuff like that is what I kind of would imagine before I came to town. But then they added Cajun. I'm assuming we're going to eat this. Yeah.
Anytime you say Cajun, food should be involved.
Yeah.
It's happening this year. So I've seen lots of pictures about some great food and things like that. So I'm all about. I want to eat it. I want to eat all that. What else you got? We got something good over there? You were
What
talking
else?
about Hispanic ladies.
Yes,
and
yes.
tell
So
me what they
there,
got.
there's the Latin Women's Initiative,
There it is.
and they had a great event on Friday where they donated $250,000
Hey,
to five,
250,000?
yes, to 5 different nonprofits
It's amazing.
for the greater Houston area. And so it's a really excellent group, and their whole purpose is to fundraise and donate money, and they support it's only nonprofit organizations that qualify for that. I can read you their vision. It says that every Latin woman and child in need has the resources to lead healthy and successful lives. And to join, if you're interested in going to different socials that they have coming up, you can go to the LWI website to become a member or donate or see what's on their calendar of events.
Awesome.
I love that. That's awesome.
And the October 15th, I think that's Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
12 p.m. over at B52, they have the Casa Cornhole tournament.
Oh,
And
cool.
that's happening over at Milroy Lane over there at B52
Cornhole
Brewing.
tournament.
The Casa Cornhole tournament, it's the big one.
Okay.
That's that. And then you have of course, Texas Renaissance Festival.
Yeah, classic.
1001 Dreams is this weekend. And next weekend is the big one, the Pirate Adventure. Everybody likes
Pirate's
the
the most
Pirate
fun.
Adventure.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
after that's Hallows Eve. They do Heroes and Villains. And then it goes into the week 6 Barbarian Invasion.
Awesome.
So Barbarian Invasion, I'd say, was probably the most popular second.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But Pirate Adventure is mad crazy over there. So you're going to get it all in. Everybody's a pirate. They did this, they did this clinical study on children with one eye, and they gave them all a patch, right? And they tried prosthetics too, and all kinds of
Right.
different things in the studies, and see the reactions of kids, how comfortable they were. They found most of them inconclusive. I mean, the kids were all over the board with their reactions and how it helped. I mean, they can all see. I mean, no one's blind, right? So all the kids have the vision in the other eye. They said, okay, one thing that was 99% was that anytime you put the eye patch on the kid, that they would all say, "Arr." 99% was the only real conclusive part of the test. Yeah.
Yeah.
Research
Yeah.
well said.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get them a patch. That's coming out,
It took scientists to figure that out.
It did. And, I can't tell you. I would have kind of guessed it,
Yeah, I wish I got paid to do that research. That would have been great.
What else you got? You got anything else over there? I got,
I've got a Level Up networking event coming up October 26th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. It's going to be great.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It will be at Baker Street in the Woodlands.
Dang, you got
We're
nice
doing
places.
a costume contest, and the winner gets $150. So
Oh, nice.
come dress up, network, introduce yourself to people. I always
Super
meet
cool.
new people every single time.
You always got little fun things to do there. Last time I went, I got
Yeah.
my Olin Mills done.
Your
the photo.
headshot?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And I don't want to make a correction before that mistake gets all the way through. I think October 14th's Oktoberfest is Southern Star Brewing. The Casa Cornhole is B52 Brewing.
Okay.
Okay.
So just the
We have
two.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 different breweries.
And both doing some real nice events. There was another. The Texas Custom Knife Show is coming in November 4th and 5th at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. It's ideal for Christmas. I mean, you go in there for
Totally.
all the guys. I mean, there's stuff you can't get at Walmart. They're gonna know you didn't just buy it.
last minute gift.
Yeah. So getting down there, slipping in, slipping out, grabbing some stuff. There's going to be hundreds of tables to shop from. You get to go through that whole thing. And I think they got the guys from the History Channel, the sword guys, Kamikachi, and all that. Some of these guys.
They're supposed to be making knives out there. Like,
They
there's
are.
supposed to be a whole show.
Uh-huh.
To see,
And
see
the
process.
promoter for that's been out to Biz and Booze a few times. I assume that's where you met him.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a
He's a
neat,
cool
I
guy.
gotta
neat
make my
get
way
together.
out there.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So let's see. Custom knife show. Oh, Market Street in the Woodlands. This one I caught my eye because I think it's kind of cool and fun. I was gonna think about taking the girls down there. My daughter's on Saturday tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. This during the day, so I can kind of do some of the other stuff. Some.
Okay.
I think that's during Bushels and Blooms, isn't it?
Yes, but ours
Dang
is,
it!
ours is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Okay, I can make them both.
Yes.
So it's with DeVisi Strings, and they're celebrating 100 years of Disney, and it's a concert. They call it the Mingle Market, and it's going to do photo ops, Disney characters, vendors, and their sing along concert is what it is.
Cute.
Sing along Disney concert.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, for
Definitely.
7 to 11, it sounds ideal. Yeah, they just did Disney this summer for the first time, so it was like this kind of, it's in tune. My sister warmed him up in the reverse fashion. She took him out to see the Buzz Lightyear at the Cynthia Mitchell Woods and a few things, and kind of Disney orientated them.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then they went.
They
for
did their homework.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
I
pre-gamed.
like the way she thinks.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
pre-gamed with the girls before they went. Yeah.
That's cute.
And other than all the fun stuff going on at the Renaissance Festival, I mean, that's one of my faves. That's about all I have. I wanted to give a shout out to some of my supporters, and y'all feel free to do the same. True Texas Solar, Barsha Auto, Bar A Barbecue in Montgomery, Eclipse Rising Solar, Lifetime Green Coatings, and those Lifetime Green Coatings people. They gave me a bag, like a big old bag full of these plastic balls, and if you open them up, it's got a poncho in it. And we're giving those out in the homeless giveaway bags that we're doing with the. I just thought that was so cool. He was like, "Here,"
cool.
and he just jammed all of
Yeah.
them from the home show. He was just filling bags with them.
Yeah.
We don't need to give them these
What a
people.
great
We
gift.
don't need a game take them. We'll give them over there. And I was like, "Sweet, that's super neat." So a Lifetime Green Coatings. I'm not sure exactly. I think this is for your vehicles, whatever, waterproof sealants, things like
Sure.
that. It's called Lifetime Green Coatings. Hopefully that name resonates and rings again when they mention it to you next. The folks at the Texas Renaissance Festival providing us with tickets, giveaways, having fun with some folks there and doing some different things, bringing characters out at some of our different events, and, being a part of the community and taking that step for all of us. I hope we repay them just as well. Southern Star Brewing, lots of new things coming up over there. They're on the radar. The eye of the Texas ticket is on Southern Star right now. We expect some good things coming out of that camp here shortly. We'll be sharing some of that news as it comes out. And that's all I have. You go ahead, give them some shout outs. Who do you want to say thank you to for anybody that helps you out?
Well, I was going to talk about two big listings that we have right now with one property group, the Red Soul Realtor. The Playa Vista condos with 1097. We have a great condo. Yes, it's considered, the address is 17040 West FM 1097 Road. So like you were going to go to the truck.
Yeah, the food truck park.
The food truck park. Yeah, it's minutes from there. It's
Okay.
over the water.
Cute.
Beautiful condos. Unit 4201. And people who are far, the property taxes are great here.
Okay.
It's so cheap. They're 1.74, which is entirely lower than everywhere. Just about.
Yeah.
Yes. And also we have a Spanish colonial estate that's absolutely beautiful. It's out there in the Woodlands area. So it's on Blue Lake Drive in Magnolia. It's 5-bedroom, 4.5 bath. This is a 6,265 square foot home. It's amazing.
That thing's gorgeous. That's the one we were talking
Yes,
about.
the house we were at.
With
I
the
saw the
mariachis.
mariachis, and you
The
saw a
okay.
different.
Susan from Susan's
Yes.
band is going to be at Hyatt Centric tomorrow night. She
Yeah.
played at that house.
Yes,
We're talking about a
it's-
house.
It's everything super customized. It's painted murals on the ceiling, on the wall,
Pretty.
mosaic floors. It's just absolutely
Will
breathtaking.
you drop the links in the comments when this comes out
Yeah.
so we can?
Absolutely,
that'd be
yeah. So you
good.
can just click.
Can we
for
get some
sure.
shout outs, JoJo? I know you got a lot of people
Yeah.
who give. What about that air conditioned place you like so much?
I'd like to shout out myself. Just kidding.
Ooh,
it.
oh, JoJo.
I'm proud of you.
Nice hair.
For showing up today.
Nice hair. Look at that hair. Go ahead.
I'm back all the time.
The slow clap.
Cry. If you cry, the ratings will go up.
Yeah, oh, that's. Hold on.
Go for it.
Get
Okay.
yourself together.
Anyways.
You have gorgeous hair.
Well, thank you.
Not enough to get you there.
Shout out to obviously my husband's company, Affordable Air Repair.
Affordable air repair. There it is.
Yes, they're amazing. And then my company, all of my members at the Net Level Up Networking. It's something
Baker Street.
that you're gonna
Baker
meet
Street.
all of them October
20th?
26th.
Damn it.
October 26th,
Yeah.
Thursday,
Confusing
and
the
dress up in
people.
your best Halloween costume. You could win $150.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want that. Did you know there's a costume contest every weekend at the Texas Renaissance Festival?
Really?
Huge prizes. I mean, it's ridiculous prizes. I was wondering why everybody gets so dressed up. I just thought we were all in the spirit. They're competing.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
I had no
know
idea.
that.
I hadn't either. The
Renaissance
king came,
fashion
told
is
us.
very serious, as
It
we
is
learned
serious.
from the
For
Moco
sure.
fashion show.
They get into
It's
their,
serious.
they get into it, and tanners, leather makers, clothing designers, people that work with, not just the leather, but with the fur, like taxidermists /
Yeah,
it's,
sure.
it's a different kind of tannery than the guy that makes the leather goods. I thought it was all the same lot. I was like, okay, well that should be the same group, but it's not. No, we don't leave the head on. It's like all that. Yeah, this lady had this whole wolf. I mean, his whole head, like
Yeah,
a
like it's like a
taxidermy, like a
shawl,
rug, like a
kinda.
bear rug
Oh, a
kind of
rug.
thing.
Okay,
But it
cute.
was over her shoulder, and she had it wrapped around, and it was
Yeah.
like a pet wolf on her, and it was just
That's a vibe.
wow. It's
Yeah.
a real wolf. I mean, there's not,
I wonder if that's legal.
there's a lot of
Aren't
things.
they
going on.
endangered?
Texas, surely.
Todd Mission. It's like a little separate area.
Yeah.
It's outside jurisdictions, like international waters. you
Yeah.
know?
It's
It's like international waters out there.
a
You-
contest. The
we have
rules are
ring fair
waived.
laws there.
Ren law. It's
Ren law.
different. It's a
Ren law.
monarchy. It's a monarchy.
Bless
But what else you got? Anything else, JoJo? You good? Who are we celebrating? You want to give a special shout out? Like, I just read a whole paragraph of Jada praising how wonderful you are.
Literally, Jada, she
That
when
really
I
happened.
first met her, immediately fell in love with her. She has partnered with me to help her do some marketing for her clients.
And we're talking
I've
about Jada England of Be
yes,
Local
Jada
Magazine.
England.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
I'm really appreciative of that opportunity. I was able to do a festival at Margaritaville, and my mom, when she literally gave birth to me, a Jimmy Buffett song was playing. Like, we're huge parrot heads. I got indoctrinated really young. So, when Jimmy Buffett died, y'all, it was a dark day in our household. They were unwell. But that was really awesome of her. And Armando, I got to work at B52 because Armando. So I'm just really appreciative of the opportunities I'm given. And I look forward to more.
Your husband must be really excited that you're working and doing so much for his air conditioning company. He's like, I got my own marketing. My wife's a universal bit. I mean, you're just doing all kinds of stuff over there now and helping that company move along. And
I hope
I
so.
don't, from outside looking in, I don't really know the intimacies of what happens as Country Air and his marketing. I'm sure his marketing director is going, really? No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I do see your work a lot, I guess, because we follow you. We share your stuff, and
Sure.
I don't follow his marketing director if he's got one. I don't know.
Yeah,
I have
yeah.
no idea. But I
Understood.
would see yours on the regular, from everything from Corner Cravings to the Net Level Up, and it's always got that drop in there. Even if I went to the meetings, and I have, and they're you're well represented there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's cool. I'm all out. My page is blank now. I'm good. Did you finish everything? You good?
I
All
have
my
one
points?
thing.
Oh, wow.
let's
JK
hear it.
Graphics in Montgomery.
Okay.
Shout out to them because they do our signs and they just do a spectacular job.
Yeah, you happy with them?
I'm very happy with them because I needed new signs for the new area, new logo, and I had to fire someone before them, so they fixed it. They were prompt, and the service is just excellent. They really have pride.
We just got rid of our one before too.
Yeah, so I want to shout out to JK Graphics.
On time for me. We had to move around there. I think I'm gonna open my own. And there's a new one coming up. There's a new print shop, a UPS store, post office box on 1097 right there before you get to the 1097 bridge, right past Texas
Okay.
Boats. It's a build out.
I'll look
It's the
for
guy
it.
that used to own the Hank's food truck.
Yeah.
Remember that food truck?
Yeah, I
Hank's
do.
Hot Dogs and Barbecue, Chicago Dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm expecting a reroute of the Hank's food truck with the Chicago Dogs. I'm thinking that's coming back into circulation.
I hope
It's just been
so.
parked for a while because they're working on the build out for the
makes sense,
for
yeah.
the new store there. And I think that might definitely one I'm going to check out and work with. And I know those are great people and a lot of fun. And but new is not always the best. Some about the veterans over at JK, they just get it done quick. Yeah, they can do it in their sleep. They're like zombies. It's in, it's out, it's done. Yeah, no, I did that yesterday. Yeah, it's ready. You can come pick that up. It's like, I don't know why, but that's so satisfying. Really? It's on me? Yeah, since yesterday afternoon. Yeah, we're done. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just come over and get that. It's like, oh, wow. It's like that. That call, or it's like, robots. They just got it. Easy. No, that work's not difficult for us. I like that. I like that professionalism that JK brings.
confidence,
Yeah.
Yes,
And they're
absolutely.
gonna get thrown off the rails because they need 2 banners by next week. You know what I mean? I need these 2 banners.
Yeah, they'll get it done.
Yeah, they'll get it done. Well, folks, thank you for watching the Texas Ticket. You can always we operate on donations and contributions with viewers just like you. Please feel free. The link's below on how to donate. It says please donate here. The show can be watched at facebook.com/TX Ticket. You can catch us on Apple 104.5 and 106.1 FM. Thank you for watching the Texas Ticket.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Lone Star Radio on my mind.